Hey guys, welcome to the Lucy Show. As per usual, coming in, please first off make sure you are subscribed unless you already, and make sure to ring that notification bell so you know whenever I put out these live streams. I know this is my second channel, main channel, link down below, but usually I say I'm here before like 1:30 a.m. EST. Other times like this, I forget the time and I'm late. But better late than never. So if you do like these live streams and you don't want to miss them in the future, just make sure that you ring that notification bell and always smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. So we're going to get into Mr. Tinder Swindler, this face. I have seen all over the memes without ever actually watching Tinder Swindler like for 2 weeks. And now that I've watched it, finally all the memes make sense and I recognize that it's the same person because I couldn't even tell when there's that image of him like looking like this placed next to the guy without the glasses and the nice clothes. I couldn't even figure out like who he was or that it was the same person. But great. It's a great film. Horrible person portrayed. Again, with these documentaries, I don't know if it's like 100% truth or some of it was made to be more dramatic. Whatever it is, I like it enraged something inside me just watching it. You get so mad. And I feel like I don't know if it's because I know of people like this in the real world, like not like exactly like him, but females, males, like I've just seen it, that I know it's real. They're out there and it's just really sad that there's so many victims that will probably stay silent for so many reasons, right? It's just like, people, a lot of folks won't really want to share. So there's some and just they are not willing to really like step up. I saw like somewhere about like pyramid schemes and just like a whole bunch of different scams. A huge fraction of the victims don't really stand up, and will go out and like actually voice the fact that they've been scammed because it's just a lot of it is embarrassment, obviously. Hey there, Ken Bussy. We finally got my vote on Coinbase. Wait, what? There, you got vote on Coinbase wallet, or you mean like Coinbase added vote? I got something to say about Coinbase, actually, that I thought was pretty interesting. A friend showed me the Coinbase I guess if you update your Coinbase app, you'll see the new version. I didn't update mine yet, but the new Coinbase app, you can get a Coinbase debit card, like a virtual one, easily, and I guess you could start spending your Bitcoin or just spend fiat money, but you could get rewarded in your choice of crypto. And you can get like basically 1% Doge back, or I think it's around like 4% for like Stellar Lumens, but there's obviously like no 4% back for Bitcoin. I just thought it was funny that they are only giving out like 1% cash back for Dogecoin because like that's great and all. I would like extra Dogecoins, but I'm still getting like 2%, around 2% for most of my credit cards. So that's not really convincing enough for me personally, but you guys can go check it out and update your Coinbase apps if you're interested to see that side of crypto rewards using the Coinbase debit card. Wallet, I got 5 quint of quint. Too many zeros for me to imagine, Ken. Of vote. I got my bag started in a wallet. Okay, good. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Coinbase to, eventually list vote because they literally have everything under the sun. Everything under the sun except for my reserve rights token, which I still have. Lucy, SpaceX Starlink has 20 Dogecoin nodes now. This is amazing. Earlier there was only 18 and now we have 20. Yeah, Dream Tank says. Which is crazy because I'm waiting for like Elon Musk to tweet something about this, but I've only seen it from like third parties. I've never actually seen Elon Musk make like a giant post about Starlink and about Dogecoin and the Dogecoin notes. Heard about this like, a while back, and I was just wondering like why he didn't want to tweet about it yet. Maybe he'll wait until there's like 100, maybe just waiting until it's just, I don't know, bigger impact. I haven't actually visited the Tesla shop in a while either. Also, just saw this on, by the way, folks, all of you guys that are currently in here, thank you so much. If you haven't already, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm and don't miss out on the 3 free stocks you can still get from WEBULL using my referral link down in the description below. And by the end of this month, free money if you're interested in getting a new trading account, commission free like WEBULL, and deposit any amount, including 1 penny to get those 3 free stocks. I need my reflection. Hotbit did not give any. Okay, I don't know what Hotbit is, but I'm happy for your 5 quint of vote, Kendussie. Good luck. And shall we go on a moon mission for all of the altcoins and Bitcoin does well? I didn't check it, but I doubt it. It didn't go over 40,000, right? I don't think it did because I looked over at Dogecoin earlier and it was like under 13 cents. So definitely bullish right now for crypto overall, but a rocky time, a rocky time. So I just saw this on Fox. On Fox News, somebody posted, I think someone put a sticky and said, "We do not support Russia." And it says, "Spirit of support. Russian vodka removed from liquor store shelves." Fox LA posts, one Kansas liquor store is standing in solidarity with Ukraine after it took all Russian vodkas off its shelves Friday, and they hope to inspire others to take a similar stand. I'm trying to stand with Ukraine by not standing behind Russian products, said Jamie Stratton, Jacob Liquor Exchange partner and wine director. So they took off all of the vodka and then put a sign that says, "We do not support Russian." But I don't know if this is, I mean, it's that person's store. They can do whatever they want with their liquor, what they want to sell, what they don't want to sell. But is that hurting? That's not hurting Putin though, because I feel like all the moves that are thrown at Putin, he's already seen and he knows what he's getting himself into. It's not like Biden, didn't tell him his plan with all the sanctions and stuff. Um, so I feel like this is kind of sad because it's going to, like, if people start boycotting, like, what if it's like a mom and pop shop? What if later on people stop buying things just from Russia? What if it's somebody selling something from, I don't know, Etsy and they're Russian? That's bad because I don't think there's anything wrong with the Russian people. I think we need to stop seeing politics and like a one man show as a collective group. Like if people need to see that just because if Biden were to do something, that is not the representation of all Americans. And if Putin says something or does something, that is not the representation of all Russians. Same thing goes with President Xi, and same thing goes with even Kim Jong Un, right? North Korea or ill. I can't keep up. Are Q alcoholics taking to the streets in protest against removing vodka from stores? In all seriousness, though, removing vodka is not going to stop the war. Kaloon 187. Cannot agree more. Yeah, stop not drinking as much vodka for people. Maybe that's like, in a sense better for your health, I guess. If you drank a lot of vodka. But then again, I've heard stories where like you hear like these nutritious stories where they're like, oh, these people never drink and they just eat like spinach all day long and like healthy stuff, nothing processed, and they live a long time. But I also hear stories where like people live on the farm and they're like live till they're 80 and they eat like heavy fatty pork with like a shot of whiskey and stuff. I don't know if you guys ever heard of these stories, but I hear of these stories constantly, like, and it generally comes from a farm. And it's not just like one race. I've heard it from like I swear I heard it from someone actually from, I think, Russia, I believe. Someone from Russia, and then somebody from, I think, China, that told me about the like stories that they've heard, people that they know that live on farms, and like these people that live to like 80, 90 something, and they're like drinking like hard liquor with like really fatty foods, like fatty meats, where like most nutritionists would be like, no, that's a no, you don't do that every, and then people do this every day. Again, that is not health advice, financial advice, or any advice on my channel. Entertainment purposes only. Tinder Swindler is what happens when you achieve Giga Chat status. Two Brain Cell says, so here I'm going to spoil it, but I'm sure most of you already watched Tinder Swindler because it's like, I guess, a Netflix hit. And it's, the memes have been out there forever. Right now, this guy is just, what's crazy is that someone told me before I watched a Tinder Swindler that the Tinder Swindler, this guy, whatever his real name is, he has a hot new like girlfriend or something. Like he has like a new model like girlfriend of some sort. And I watched till the end of the documentary, and yeah, they did show this girl. I think she's like some 20 something like Israeli hot supermodel of some sort, right? It's so crazy though. But here's my thoughts on it. I think it's great. Like I'm so glad for everyone that's ever been scammed by this guy that his face is out there. it kind of makes me think about people I don't like in my life and should I make a documentary about them? Because if you think about it, the, I'm sure everyone has someone that has done something terrible to them, whether it's like they cheated on you or like borrow money and never give it back or whatever. A part of me is like, should I like what if everybody made a documentary about every single person that they did not like? Of course, I don't think there are people that we generally dislike as a whole that is on this level of, you know, capability of taking money from all types of people around the world. But I'm sure there's a lot of people we know that have done things to us. And I was just thinking the other day, like, what if we all made documentaries about people who just pissed us off or, I don't know, cheated on us, scammed us out of money or whatever? That would be crazy. And then we'll just have like a nice little blockchain of all the things that every person did. I'm sure you'll be able to find something on me as well. I had a group of people infect me with what? Two brain cells? What? Have Lucy, have you watched Euphoria? No, I have not. Then that's only because I don't have, is that on HBO Max or something? Yeah, mukbang. I've got Apple TV Plus, which I'm tried to watch and tell me if you guys any of you watched it. Denzel Washington is like nominated for like 3 Oscars, or like that movie is nominated for 3 Oscars or whatever. And it's like it's called The Tragedy of Macbeth. And I never watched Macbeth. I never actually read Macbeth. I know it's like Shakespeare or whatever. So I tried to watch it yesterday. I couldn't get it through my brain. I don't know if I'm just too dumb to like focus, but I kept losing track of what the heck they're saying. So I tried to watch that on Apple TV Plus, but I still like Apple TV Plus because of the morning show, which I finished. I have Apple TV Plus right now, Paramount Plus, which I'm trying to watch like a Marilyn Monroe documentary on. And then I just finished Tinder Swindler on Netflix. I said I was just going to focus on Apple TV Plus because I only have it for like 3 months, right? Because getting a new iPhone, they give it to you for like 3 months free. But I couldn't help myself. I went to watch a Tinder Swindler. Okay, so overall, I think this is good. This is really good that when people do things like this and you want to stop them, you want to stop them from ever, fooling other women. A little background for any of you folks that have never watched this. Basically, he is someone who conducted, I gotta give it to him. It's pretty good of a scam plot that he had running, right? Like it was basically really, really hard to throw him in jail for a very long time because everyone who gave him money willingly did it. It's not like he stole from them. He got these women to willingly lend him money. Yes, lend him money. So it's just quite crazy. Even when he did go in, right? Like I think he was arrested, but it was for such a short while. And I think it's because of COVID. He came out in like less than a year, which is insane. Like how lucky this guy is. But he only really went in because I think it's the use of the fake name or whatever. Again, do your own DD. But I think he like used like a fake identity and that's why he went in, not because he like took a bunch of money from a bunch of different people. So really crazy. Oh, actually prior to this time going in, he went and like he was arrested prior to that or like charged or something. Again, do your own DD folks, but he is I think he's from Israel. He was doing this for many years. Basically just making women fall in love with him with like the same tricks, same videos. He says different words like I love you baby. He makes you fall in love with him and he shows you like just shiny, bright, beautiful things to like get you hooked and lured in, right? Like taking this one woman on like a private jet ride, fancy dinners, order whatever she wants, sends her flowers, gives you the idea that he's like wants to move in with you, have babies with you. So like he makes women fall in love with him. And then he says, my enemies are after me. And then I need money. You need to give me money because I need to get away from my enemies. And it's just like, I was laughing when I was watching the documentary because I was like, man, this is so good. Like, how can somebody do that and have have the audacity to do it over and over? But he's so confident, and that's why I think it works. Like, you have to really believe your lie, and you have to like really think that this is actually happening to you, or like his acting was just like it was amazing. I guess he got everybody to believe it. I'm sure there's some women who like didn't believe it. I was like, yeah, okay, good luck, good luck with your enemies. I was just in it for the jet ride, but I feel like he's like the type of predator in a sense where he's capable of like probably spotting like which woman he can lure into falling in love with, which woman would also fall in love with him and then believe him when he says I need. Because I think there's just girls you meet that are like gonna be okay with buying that, and then there's gonna be people that are gonna call you out for your total BS. But he did like. But with that being said, I think I would probably also fall for it because it you get blindsided. I think you get blindsided when you really like someone, and these girls just I guess they just fell for him. They fell too hard. And it's terrible. It shouldn't happen like that, but it happens all the time. There are victims every single day that fall for scams. And I think again, like I think it's really smart what he did, obviously, because it's a type of scam where like, if you stole from these women, like if he slept with them and then in the middle of the night he stole their purses, like that's something you're going to jail for because you stole. But because he got them to willingly give it, it's almost like the perfect scam where you don't have to go to jail for so many years, even though he probably, I think it was an estimate of like he swindled millions of dollars, right? So just an absolute mastermind plan in the sense of him knowing how the game works and how the system works, I think, and that he was never really going to go to jail for like 20 years plus or anything like that. So he knew what he was doing from the very get-go. And worst case scenario, I think this guy plotted it to the end. Of course, I don't think he meant to get caught, but I think he thought that even if I were to get caught, like no big deal, because there's no way I'm going to go to jail for like the next 50 years or 20 years of my life. And he's right. He never went to jail for like 10, 20 years. So just really crazy, but nonetheless, so totally not excusable. And I'm glad that these women stopped him. And now Netflix, it's like bittersweet for me because I feel like Netflix makes these people famous. And now he's like famous and he can obviously like do more deals and like, I don't know, do partnerships, be an influencer. Like it's bittersweet because these films make people know who he is so he can't continue to do the things that he does, which is swindling women out of their money all around the world. So now anybody with internet can pretty much find out about this. So it's good that it got blown up, but at the same time, you're like, oh man, does he deserve this fame now and this capability of making more money? I wish he didn't have that, but at the same time, you can't. It's like a double-edged sword. You can't make him known for doing what he does to stop him from cheating women, and then at the same time not make him famous. So it's like the more famous he is, actually, the better because less women would not know about him to be fooled. I'm really liking the Kanye documentary on Netflix. Josh says, "Oh, I did not watch it yet. But I think later maybe I will. He should have went in a man and came out as Caitlyn." Ken Bussy says. So actually, he did consider obviously doing plastic surgery though. That I was amazed at that part. You could see like obviously his girlfriend at the time was saying how he cried, which made me very happy. Um, how he cried at the fact that he wasn't allowed to get plastic surgery. I'm actually like, bravo to whatever doctor said to him, like, I can't give you this because criminals want plastic surgery like that, like with your whole face being changed. So thank God. I didn't know if plastic surgeons had like like a bar as like, okay, this is I could do, but I can't make you look like, somebody if you're gonna run away from like some crime or whatever. So it's kind of good to hear that there are doctors out there who will turn you down for that. And I guess he was really sad that he couldn't change his face. Who knows? Maybe he wanted to look like, obviously he wanted to look like a completely different person. I would assume. Again, only he knows what he was thinking, but I think most of us would assume that he was trying to get plastic surgery so he can continue the swindle somewhere else with a different face and a different name. Different names very easy, different face is harder, but with plastic surgery, you can do anything. You have to watch Euphoria. It's so good. Mukbang says. Okay, yes, Euphoria is actually on my list, just out of curiosity because I see so many like memes about it. Wait, hold on. Elon always says timing is everything, James Tang says. Yes, and I think Elon thoroughly believes in that. So I believe in Elon that he has perfect time for Dogecoin and SpaceX and Tesla and for collaborate together sometime in a beautiful, beautiful manner. Wait, what? Cue alcoholics taking to the streets and protest against removing vodka from the thing. Absolutely not. I had a group of people. What I would do them myself. Two Brain Cell says you can watch it on bootleg free show site. LOL. Yeah, no, eventually I will find time to watch all the other shows or maybe get more streaming services, even though I say I don't want all types of streaming services because I feel like my mind's gonna like blow up with all the streaming services and only three that I have. I only have three right now, and I already feel like it's a handful. It's a lot to watch, guys. Yeah, he got money now though, Jeremy says. So let's read this. Okay, and I would rate the Tinder Swindler like entertainment. It was under 2 hours. It was like an under 2 hour documentary or like movie, I guess, documentary movie film. I would say it was 7 out of 10. I would give it a 7 out of 10. It wasn't the greatest documentary I've ever seen in my life. 7 out of 10 for entertainment. I just really had to see for myself, like to the extent of what he did, because I thought he just did very basic stuff, like, oh, I love you, baby. Okay, like maybe a couple months later, all right, can I borrow some money because I love you so much? I'm going through something rough. I don't know, maybe like somebody's sick. I need to take care of my family. But no, he went like that whole other level that I did not imagine. I never heard of any stories like this with the whole enemy situation. Really wonder. I hope one day, well, I'm sure he will get interviewed. Like, what were you thinking when you came up with this plot? Like, what inspired you with this whole enemy situation? What is it from, like mafia movies? Like, where is this coming from? I'm in danger and need money. Send me some Dogecoins. Flame Wayman says, if I met this guy on Tinder, and even if I think I'm the type of person where like if I were to fall head over heels, but they ask me for money, I'm like, peace. Uh, it's more likely for me to actually like just trust the wrong person with money, but if they ask, like if I was willingly to give them, right, like if I just gave them money, not because we're in a relationship or whatever, to help out with something, or if I gave money for some other reason. But I just feel like that's more likely than if I were in a relationship and someone was like, I'm in danger. I need to borrow money from you. Like that just, I don't know. Is that such a, I can't believe that worked so well. That would be like a dead on no. I think my heart would like beat a little bit more for someone who is like, okay, someone in my family is like in the hospital or like whatever. But then I would ask for proof. I also wouldn't just buy it. Also, depending on how long you've known the person. It's like, Jesus Christ, known you for 2 weeks. And then now you're like, your uncle's in the hospital and I have to pay a $20,000 bill. Like, what? Sounds a little bit too coincidental. I think, yeah, low chance that anybody who was skeptical of, like about people and money in the first place just probably wouldn't fall for this, no matter how much you like them in the beginning. But that is not to say that I am foolproof from getting scammed. I have still trusted with money to the wrong people. So I am not bulletproof to that either. So I definitely feel, even though totally different situation for what I went through versus these poor women, but I feel for these people. I think it's all just the sadness of humans trusting each other and trusting each other that that person values you more than they value money, and then you realizing, nope, they value money more than they value you. Sugar Daddy James Bond Jagalo con artist Saki Hasan says, oh, there is a crypto rug pull movie coming. You can believe that. I for sure believe that there's going to be a lot of Netflix new movies coming out. I'm surprised that Netflix didn't make a Doge like or meme stocks meme like AMC Dogecoin movie yet. They really need to. So I wouldn't make a movie like that soon, like just like the whole meme situation in 2021. I think that's something that, but they're just a little late on it. What else? This current Ukraine and Russia situation. Just a matter of time before they make a film about that. They can make films about anything. Jesus Christ. There are situations that are life and death with money, but not cool, Jeremy James says. Um, Yeah, I could I don't know, but maybe he didn't wanna lie about something like, because he said he had a child, right? So maybe he didn't wanna go and cross that line about, "Okay, like, my child is sick and now needs the money," because yeah, no, actually, no, that would be a bad plan, because if you say your child's in the hospital, then the girl's gonna be like, okay, well, I want to visit. And it's not that hard to go and check and be like, call the hospital. So I don't think it's a moral situation. It's definitely because it's easier to get caught. By saying you're on the run just makes it so much easier for you to ask them for cash and for them to not be able to track anything. And the payroll, like getting that one girl on the payroll, I was like, oh my God, no. Because you're just handing away, like, you're handing I guess she knew that he was getting all those credit cards, but I was like, if he just told her, like, "Oh, I'm gonna put you on the payroll and help me with one credit card," that she knew about, once somebody has your social and your address and, like, all your phone number, all your information, your payroll and stuff like that, which he had on her, of course he can open, like, a gazillion credit cards on you. I was like, "Oh my God, that's horrible." Hold on, you should have just went and a man came out to, hold on. Awesome doctors have lied about it too, even better. Uh, yes, okay, all caught up. All of you guys, hey there, JR. What's wrong with your internet? Is something is am I a little bit cutting in and out again? And all of you, 24 of you in here, thank you so much. All you folks in this live stream right now, much appreciated. All of you guys support my main channel and this one. Honestly, thank you for sharing my videos with your friends and family and always smashing that like button whenever you come onto these live streams. And don't forget to check out on ooh, wow. Look at that car. I don't know. Is that a I can't see. What car is that? I don't know what that is. Codman, how you? Oh yeah, I meant check out the links down below if you haven't already to get free stocks and free crypto. You could get $25 free of Bitcoin by opening up a new account with my Voyager link down in the description below. Conman Hayut. Oh yeah, his name's Hayut. I think that's his real name. Hayut would pretend to be Simon Levi, chief executive of LLD Diamonds and the son of Israel Russian billionaire Lev Levi, a man Forbes once called the king of diamonds. Okay, also, I was just like, I think this movie is great. Like this documentary and the outing of this story is great if people focus on the fact that we can no longer trust pictures. And like even if you see pictures and think, okay, this person wouldn't be ballsy enough to Photoshop themselves in front of like a billionaire, think otherwise. There are tons of Photoshop lies. Like there's Photoshop lies just like catfishing on Tinder itself, right? Like someone pretending not like to be someone else. And then there's obviously like people pretending to be wealthy. There's people posing in front of cars and they don't even own that car. So definitely, I guess one thing is for sure. If you are looking for money as well, and I'm not saying this to say that the girls who, because all obviously during the documentary, you see all those comments, like all these nasty things about the girls, like, oh, they're gold diggers, so that's why they went and then got tricked by like you're looking for money and then you get tricked by people who they lie to you and doesn't have money. I do think that our society right now, though, there are tons of people who package themselves like they have more than they actually do. And some may actually have a lot more than they show for on Instagram, right? There could be people who, I don't know, pose in front of a Toyota, but actually has like $10 million in their bank account. And then others who pose in front of a Ferrari and they actually have a Ferrari. So, like, you really don't know. But Photoshop is huge. So there's definitely lots of people out there who will lie to you about who they know. Maybe they know someone really big, really powerful, like in the government. Maybe they're lying about the fact that they know like some billionaire, Elon Musk or whatever. There's like tons of BS. And I really like if I had to like keep videos too, because now you can do the deep fakes. But I really won't buy it if I saw a video of someone saying that they know somebody or, they're really good buddies with some billionaire through a picture or through a video of these days, just because technology is so good and you really have to like get that in your head. I probably wouldn't believe in that. Like it's rough these days, but I think I would only trust what I see. So like unless I can see your 24 seed keys your entire Bitcoin account. That's how I know. That's how I know. I'll be like, to prove to me that you own all of these coins, you're gonna have to send me from your wallet like a million Dogecoins. Then I'll believe you. I'm related to the devil, maybe not, but I'm no saint. Jeremy James says, Hannah of Ukraine, please. Hi, Lucy. I can remember 2006. Jeff says, I finished high school. I cannot ever imagine I would become homeless after. It's amazing I can phone the streets to becoming successful by losing weight and becoming successful, Jeff says. One thing I've learned is no matter how good it appears, someone has it. Everyone has issues and everyone is going through something on varying levels. This helped me overcome basic jealousy, Kaloon 187 says. Yes, that's definitely true. And I think jealousy is something that is just naturally programmed in us. I don't know why it is, but it's been around since like, I don't know, the time of kings and queens. I mean, we still have kings and queens in England, but since like the dynasty era and in Rome or whatever. So I feel like that's normal in a sense. People just, I think we're just like, we're social. We're social beings. So we like to socialize, talk to each other. And then within talking to each other, there's obviously the gossip and then comparing. And then that naturally just creates jealousy. And in a sense, you may just look at nice things that you want and you aspire to have, maybe. And then because somebody else has it, you're just jealous. But I feel like a lot of us think of like, jealousy as like a horrible word by saying like you're jealous of someone like that you because you hear it in the movies. I think like, okay, then that means you must want to do something horrible to them and take their throne or whatever. But I don't think it needs to be like that. I could be like, I'm jealous of Elon Musk, but I don't want to hurt him and I don't want to do anything bad to him. I just be jealous, but or I could use the words like admire, but I will use the word jealous because it's to me more like I'm jealous because I like what he has and I would like to have what he has. So I guess it's just like a word with like negative connotation. But you're right. Everyone has problems. As much as most people would like to hide that, I think everyone I've ever met in life, some people have deeper issues than others, but literally every single person I've ever met has some type of problem. And some people may never show it, but then if you talk to them, you might feel like there's something, a little something missing. And those are the folks I feel like that are just not very open about how they feel. So they try to put more and more like brick front of themselves and pretend and have like live behind this mask, but you like most people can tell if you're talking to someone who's like very genuine and they are telling you the truth, or they're trying to cover something up, or they're hiding something. Eventually the truth comes out. I think jealousy is a normal trait, but some people get wigged out and think they're living wrong when they see others wanting what they have. We all do things on our own time, Clean187 says. Yeah, no, totally get you. And it's just sadly, some people blame it on social media, like, because of Instagram, and we're all comparing how we look and what we have and what we drive and all that. Media as fault. It's just like how we're wired. I think even without social media, we probably were like, oh, my neighbor, like Joe, has a nicer lawn than me. I had to get more roses up in here or something. Like I just think we will always compare with others, even with or without social media. But yeah, it's all about like I think figuring out you wanting something that somebody else has, but then how much are you going to let it affect your life and your own self appreciation? And I think I'm still in a working progress. Like I have days where I feel like so enlightened and I'm like, I'm not jealous of anyone. I'm happy with my life and I know that it's never going to be the best. But then again, no one's life is ever going to be the best because there's always going to be a few years later and there's going to be somebody else that beats their record, whether you're the fastest runner or you're the most beautiful person or you're the wealthiest person. As time goes by and you get older, your record is set, somebody is there to beat your record, and that's just the way that life works. So I think that, like you said, is going to be something that helps me out with like not feeling too bothered. But then I still have days where like all of that I already understand not to let those instincts take over. But sometimes I'm just like, oh man, like this girl's going with her boyfriend on this amazing vacation. How come I'm not taken anywhere by my SO? Like, this is not fair. So I feel like it's natural. It's natural to compare, but don't let it make you miss out on all the good things that you have, because everyone's only going to show the good parts. And then next thing you know, something happens and the whether relationship goes bad or something terrible happens, and then secret comes out of the bag. But most people don't want to tell you what's wrong with them or what's wrong with their relationships. They just want to show you all the good parts until it's over, and then they tell you all the horrible things that they had to like withstand. I was missing out the dip because I had a long sleep. Sad. Easy item says. What dips are there? Okay, enough of him. Basically he's, oh wait, not now. Wait, what's going on? Let's check out crypto. Was there a dip? It's at $1.78 trillion right now. We're up 3%. Nice. Okay, so Bitcoin's still at 39,000. Can't seem to make it past $40,000 though, which I'm a little bit worried about, because I think by the end of this month, if we still can't make it over 40,000, I would worry, are we ever going to make it past 40,000? This is for reading all of our crazy messages. Please use it for Vote Enu, for God's sake. Thank you, Ken Bussy. I mean, I read most of it. Like, my reading's not that fast, but thank you for appreciating that, Ken. I try to read most of the comments. Some, I skip if it's sounds like something I may fear that the YouTube algorithm will cut me or flag me on. So you guys probably notice certain things I can't say, but I'm reading it. Have you saw the final episode of Dexter? Sad what happened to him, but I knew it's going to happen. This guy committed too many sins, unfortunately, but he said a lot of that he saved. I think he saved a lot of lives, right, Jeff? No, I didn't watch it, but you just totally spoiled it for most of us that can probably guess what you mean by that. But I'm fine. I'm fine with it. Whatever happens in the end, because I thought the original Dexter, I already liked it. So any new like version of something, as long as I enjoy the first one, if the second one sucks, I just pretend like the second one never happened. Just like, Mean Girls too. I just pretend the second one never really happened and I just focus on the first one. I was missing on the wait, hold on. BTC was 34K and now it's 39K. That was a huge missing out, Easy Item says. Yes, if you caught it at 34, then it's a very, very nice gain, especially if you bought a whole entire Bitcoin. But honestly, can't really blame yourself. Nobody thought that we were coming back up. Like, there was really, and if anything, most of us thought that a possible World War III would meant that we would have plummeted, or at least I thought. And when I asked you guys on the streams, nobody seemed very excited about a possible war. But it's kind of crazy, I guess, how everything worked out. I just feel like I'm learning a lot as every day goes by in the last 2 years, because it's just like always something new. And then the way that I guess the markets react is always different from what I predicted. Almost always. Like, I didn't think about this whole Swift situation and the fact that donations would continue with cryptocurrency in Ukraine, even though obviously it's basically over now for Canada, since they can seize your cryptocurrency and your bank accounts. So very crazy right now, all this attention on cryptocurrency and the importance of it, and the fact that countries can try to sanction each other off, but you can't control Bitcoin. Bitcoin will always be uncontrollable, and therefore maybe the source of power. Bitcoin will come back at 33K again, MD says. CrowdStrike was on TV because of invasion. Hand off Ukraine, please. It's wait, Photoshop and real life, Dream Tank says. I'm fine. In my family, I am, damn it, and my brother was Jesus Christ, Ken Bussy says. Someone wanted to do AMC movie, Jeremy James says. Did they now? I still don't hear like anybody who's going to be featured, because usually you hear like what actress or actor is going to be featured in whatever future film. I didn't hear anything about what's it called, AMC, GME, Dogecoin, or anything like that yet. But hopefully they will at least make a documentary, even if they're not going to hire like actors and stuff. Have someone play Roaring Kitty, which I would love. Or just have someone like, I think if they were to do like a Netflix documentary, they better find Deep Effing Value, aka Roaring Kitty, because I miss seeing him on Reddit and just people talking about him. Hope he's well. Hope he's enjoying his sweet tendies that he more than deserved for being so wise and figuring all that out and the short squeeze before everybody else. 34K dip to 39K dip. How long was your sleep? 3 days straight. Yeah. The 34K dip, it was around 34 for a while. But then again, I think most of us just is gonna crash and fall and burn and not get back up anytime soon. And then it did. But I'm still scared though, that this is just like a bull trap because Bitcoin's not at 50,000. I think once we pass like the $50,000 mark, I will start to be a little more convinced that we could hit a new all-time high. Because right now we're still so low to the bottom that, you know, like think about it, even if we get to $50,000 per Bitcoin, you're still 19, like that's less than 50%, but you're still $19,000 away just from the old all-time high. So I think we're still like far, far from a real like true bull run for Bitcoin. But obviously, I hope that is a direction that we are headed for. I honestly think it's a matter of time before Swift gets rid of Russia. And then, if that's the case, and Putin needs to conduct more transactions, the country needs to conduct more transactions, and the people, the elites, I hope they buy up Bitcoin. Impact. It's obviously still a large difference, you know, GDP of Russia versus GDP of China or America. But I think nonetheless, that should help with the crypto market cap. All right, Dogecoin 12.69, which is I'm honestly kind of thankful because of this Robinhood, you know, cap at $3,000 maximum per day per 24 hours that you can, you know, send out. I'm kind of glad that Dogecoin's staying down because if Dogecoin goes to like $1 right now, then I'm not going to be able to move out my Dogecoins anymore. Or it's going to take a while before I can move most of it out. You slept through all of it. How free you sleep a lot, man. Wowzers. I don't think anyone sleeps for 3 days straight. I mean, I've tried. I've tried to sleep for like more than 24 hours. Cannot do it. Let him know, Lucy. Hey there, NYC King. Welcome to the stream, everybody. And thank you all so much for smashing that like button. So yeah, that's about it for today. Just wanted to share with you guys my Tinder Swindler review and that I liked it. If you never watched it, highly recommend it. And if you do know somebody who is easily, I guess, very gullible and easy to believe others or just like a hopeless romantic, I think that is a movie to recommend. To a hopeless romantic that is currently single and looking for somebody on Tinder or on a dating app, because I think it would help just to show what the darker sides of humanity if they don't already know this. And I just tell people to be careful. Wait, hold on. Some are talking a dollar again for Doge. I don't think $1 for Dogecoin is gonna happen anytime soon. My guess, and again, not financial advice, you got to do your own deep, but let's aim for Bitcoin over $50,000. And then just one of these hit an all-time high. Ethereum or Bitcoin, BNB being above USDT, and the overall global crypto market cap way above $2 trillion. It will be the time that I will slightly be convinced that maybe Dogecoin is going to hit over $1. And also, I think we need a solid date knocked in for Doge One mission. That's also a big one. And I don't think the Tesla shop, I still have it here on one of my tabs. I don't think the Tesla shop has updated any of their inventory, right? Or wait, is this still out of stock or is this back? Cyberquad. Wait, guys. Cyberquad for kids. Is that back? It says the item is out of stock, but it's no longer in Dogecoins. Oh my god. He's not selling it in Dogecoins anymore. It's back to 1,900 bucks. I guess that's not the greatest news for Doge, but the Texas belt buckle I think got more expensive, right? Cuz I bought it for 980 Doge. It's at 11,004. Oh, sorry. 1,000. Wait, is that 11,000? 1,140. Sorry, I can't read. 1,140. So definitely got more pricey. The mug is still available. Decanter 150, but I don't think Decanter ever turned into Doge pricing. Wow. Okay. Cyber Whistle still there for 410 Doge. A lot more than before as well. So I guess the only major change is that they will not be selling the cyber quads in Dogecoins anymore. It was like what, like over 12,000 Dogecoins at one point. No more Dogecoins. You can't make purchase with Dogecoin for anymore. You got to pay fiat again. So wonder what that is trying to say. But it's okay. Even if he removes that, that's fine because Elon that eventually superchargers in that Santa Monica supercharger area in California will be accepting Dogecoin, possibly diners, possibly drive-through movie theaters. Let's go small cap coins, 1000x, and then buy back Doge and sheep. Buzzy says, yes, that's a spirit. If I sell my Doge on Mars at like 1000x or even 10x, I will for sure jump back into either Shiba Inu or Dogecoin somehow. Lucy, what do you like to trade, penny stock or crypto? Which one is better? I don't really trade penny stocks. I've never traded penny stocks. The only time I bought penny stock is when Luckin Coffee turned into a penny stock. When over the counter OTC, yeah, went OTC after they cooked the books and whatnot. So yeah, that's it for me. Just Luckin Coffee. Aside from Luckin Coffee, really nothing else that I bought. I think was a penny stock. Mostly just meme stocks over penny stocks, and I definitely like cryptocurrency over that. I believe crypto is better because we don't have the PDT rule. What is that? What's the PDT rule? Spacing out. I think you mean the rule where you wash sale, or is that what you're talking about? Oh, if you buy like any stocks and then you lose money, you can't buy it back after you sell it and claim the losses until like 30 days later or something. Is that what it is? Doge hitting 25 cents would be cool for now. Source my brain. I'm looking for a wife from the Philippines, but there's so many scam and fake profiles of people trying to sell you Bitcoin courses. Yeah. I think it's just hard anywhere you look, whether it's Tinder or no matter what country, no matter what apps you're using. Just be careful, folks. You can't tell if people are trying to use you for, especially from different countries. They could be using you for a green card if you're American, using you for your money, using you for your kidney. Any reasons out there. There's so many crazy reasons aside from love, and I know it should only be for pure love, but that's why you guys have to be extra careful. I think we've like now live in a world where it's not up to the apps to save us or for anyone else out there to save you. You just have to be more keen on who you pick, and then if you have to do your detective work, do your detective work. If you have to test the person out, test the person out. I've had a friend one time pretend to be like another girl. Like she made an entire fake profile page on Instagram. Like she had like I think that she did this in the past too. I forgot, but a few years back, she made a fake Instagram profile with as like this hot girl. Well, she's a hot girl herself, but she made like another hot girl profile pic. I think she sold the images from her friend or whatever. And then she talked to this guy for me to see if they were a cheater, to be like, oh, you know, like I'm interested in you. Well, are you single and stuff like that? Or like, do you wanna hook up? Blah blah blah. She was trying to test the guy to see like if they were true to me. So there's so many things that you can do. Again, not love advice or financial advice or of any sort, but it's a scary world out there. But there's a lot of things, lots of things you can do to do your own DD in life, in finance, and relationships. All right, guys, that's it for today. Stay positive, stay in the green. I will see you soon, most likely tomorrow on the main channel. So make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.